set, 1st and 10. Rogers here off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That is not a good omen at all. You spend so much time, Kate, on the first 15 plays, and that first play, you've rehearsed it in your head over and over as a quarterback, as an offensive line. You never, ever want to go backwards, have such a negative play, but now you got to flush it and quickly move on.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. The Steelers calling their first timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And they'll make a stop up at the 46-yard line.
like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Here we go, third and less than a yard. They'll run with Warren, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The drive picks up here, first and 10. They'll go again with Warren. And he's taken down, but some quality yardage on that play.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Andrew Makuba attacking. Make that stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On second down, Warren. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Rodgers throwing on third down. Throwing this back in the end zone. Well, they had the look. Certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing in double coverage, odds are against you.
All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. Fourth down, Rodgers. It's caught by Wilson. And he's going to set them up with a first down on a huge gain.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's another Steelers first down.
Warren here from the gun. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Warren quick on the draw. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
That's good for our Steelers. First down.
So that brings us to the end of the first quarter in the Super Bowl. It's the Eagles soaring to an early lead. More from Santa Clara coming up. It's Steelers ball as we return for the second, and they have to be thinking points here. Warren does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and goal. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And pressure drives them backwards.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with the quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. A very short kick here from the right hash. Boswell able to knock it through. And that cuts the lead in half, down to 3.
They couldn't quite. Match the score, but at least they were able to cut it in half and really offer a counter punch now incumbent upon their defense to do their job.
Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. This one not close to where it had to go. This drive is going to begin from the 40.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And this drive is going to have some great starting field position as a result of that short kick.
Automatic first down.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Barkley trying this up the gut. Jukes one defender, and he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Okay, to run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down, a run with Barkley. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a gain of 18. That's another Eagles first down.
Keeping it with Barkley on first down. And He'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number one, got to control that nose tackle. Number two, you got to get people to the second level. That was teaching tape.
On the move, headed right. And he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles make it a 9-point advantage. So Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Now the Eagles will attempt another 2-point conversion.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it! And he's got it. They get the conversion, and that's going to extend their lead. 2 touchdowns, gone for 2 both times now. Seems like they're content just kind of leaving the kicker on the sideline and staying aggressive after each touchdown.
You know what it reminds me of, Kate? And you call a lot of basketball as well. The college basketball game, it's all analytics. It's all threes or dunks, right? The 2-point jump shot, it is gone. And this team right now is just going for the jugular, saying, I don't need to kick a 1-pointer. Let me just try that thing from extra deep, that 3-point land. And 50%, well, that's just as good as 2 for 2 with the kicker.
On the return, it's Jalen Warren. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense for their second drive of the game. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. They start the drive with Warren. And he drives that puck backward on a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Warren once more. Crosses midfield, still going. Along this sideline inside the 25. And they'll finally bring him down at the 22. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a first down. Now we give to Warren, coming right. And he's going to work it to the 20. With Kobe Dean in on the tackle.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Like the final battle scene from a movie, Kate, 2 sides charging each other, and they beat right at that line. And they didn't have to drive backward, All they had to do was hold the line to go win that battle.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Kick is away. And this won't have the juice to reach the landing zone, so some great field position coming up for this offense at the 40-yard line. Excellent field position for him here after the kickoff lands short. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down throwing from Hurts. Into a crowd and intercepted! Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. It looked to me like that was actually his primary read on the play partner, but it's picked off before the ball could get there.
Yeah, definitely some advanced scouting by this defense. They know that that running back can be dangerous as a pass receiver as well. Like so many in the league today, this defense was ready. Offense wanted to create that matchup, but the defense, they were prepared, and they took it away.
On first down, Warren. And they get to him a good ways downfield from that line of scrimmage.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Warren running between the tackles. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Play fake, it's Rodgers. That's caught, 9-yard line. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Warren can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything you watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Here's another 4. And this time the defense rallies to him. He's stopped for a loss. This is a pivotal moment on the game's biggest stage, Brock. It's 3rd and goal. The final throw before the break. Pressure coming, and they take him down. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. So we've reached the half here in the Super Bowl, and we know our pal Scott Hansen has been watching intently. He's got our halftime report. Scott, understood. Some people would rather get right back to the field to play, and so we will as we advance to the start of the 2nd half.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Enough waiting, let's crown a champion, shall we? The 2nd half of the Super Bowl is underway. On the return, here's Gainwell. He's brought down just inside the 25. Out comes Pittsburgh. Its offense has it to begin the 3rd quarter. And no doubt still some disappointment internally, at least, after their last drive ended empty-handed following that missed field goal. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now starting the drive here with Warren. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Off play action, Rodgers. Lays out left side and gets it. He picks up 15 on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
That's good for us.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Escapes the pocket. Completes a DK Metcalf. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right? Yeah. You know, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. He is shaking his head, and he's going to be wondering about that kickoff for a while. Couldn't keep it in the field of play, and that offense gets a gift to begin this drive. 1st and 10 from the 41. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. Will take over just outside the red zone as he goes out of bounds.
Coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six?
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I've got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Throwing deep for the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Chris Boswell for the point after. And the extra point is no good. So potentially a key talent kept off the scoreboard, Brock. Going to see how and if this comes into play later in the 2nd half. Probably still thinking about that missed extra point, partner, but he's got to move past it quick as he gets forward to send this one away. And he needed a lot more power there. It came down a ways away from the landing zone, and they're going to start the possession up at the 40. And they'll have great field position, Brock. After the unforced error on the kickoff.
Automatic 1st down.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Running right, it's Barkley. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, that came at the perfect time.
He's keeping it, and he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Barkley gets it on 3rd down. By a man, and now he's in the clear. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers. And what a...
Oh, brother, it's another interception!
Those defenders, well, they're just as excited as all of us when we get to see a two-point play. It's a chance to directly keep points off the board and can energize the defense and give them that swag when the defense is stoppable.
Surprising that he wasn't out there to break the tie with a point after, as he gets out there now to kick this off. Power squib kick is taken in. That's some good work on that run back. Brock, he gets this to the 33. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Into the hands of Pat Fryermuth. And he's going to be taken down, but plenty of damage already done.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
To the air here on first down, Rodgers. Connects on the crosser. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Rodgers. He's got Smith again. And he's out just before he can hit the end zone, but what a nice 1st and goal here from the 2.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
Situational football. Looking at 1st and goal, these defenses know what's coming at them. More often than not, a run play. It really is better to throw the ball unless you've got a way to disguise the run, and there was no disguising on that one.
And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers take a 3rd quarter lead. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Well, Brock, it wasn't hard to see why they botched on that play fake. Even our camera operator was fooled into thinking it was a run, but certainly made it easier to connect on that touchdown pass.
And that's all about the attention to details, Kate. Really is. The offensive line getting their pads down. The running back and quarterback at that mesh point, making it look exactly like a run. You do the details on the front end, and the play-action game rewards follow on the back end.
Needed a lot more to reach the landing zone, so the drive going to start at their own 40-yard line.
Kicking team.
And this drive is going to have some great starting field position as a result of that short kick. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Hurts on 1st down. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. Along the right sideline, there's space. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles can tie it up after hitting Painter in the 3rd. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
And he's into the end zone again, so he gets them the big play touchdown, and then they reward him with a chance to add on 2 more. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And the first half scoring has continued so far in this second half as they try to keep the pace. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Trying it inside, give to Warren. And that's good for a gain of 5. Cooper to Gene with the stop.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Just before he reaches the marker, he's hit and stopped. They got him at the 29. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Run with Warren. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You love a huddle. Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Going to the ground again on 1st. The Juke gets him some running room. And he's out of bounds after getting this to the opposing 45. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
That's another Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now looking to throw with Rodgers. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a lead. Just before the end of the 3rd. Roman Wilson, the touchdown.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with a receiver with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
And he isn't going to make it in. They wanted the 7-point advantage, but the lead instead stays at 5.
They were keyed on him from the start. There was no doubt who they were going to lean on for 2.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And he tried to finesse that one far too much. It doesn't come close to the landing zone, so set this drive up at the 40. Excellent field position for him here after the kickoff lands short.
Automatic 1st down.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. A throw left side, caught by Brown. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. So we're winding down to the end of the 2024 season. That's the end of 3 in Super Bowl 59. It's Eagles football. We'll see if they can erase that deficit to win it all. First and 10, here's Hurts. Completes this one to Granson. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles take a 4th quarter lead.
Every touchdown's got its own story. For me, Kate, that one's all about courage. Courage of that receiver to run all the way across the field. Courage of the quarterback to know it's going to take a little extra time. That courage paid dividends for 6.
A big spot for the Eagles now as they go for 2.
The Eagles will set up.
It's Hurts once again. And it falls incomplete. Can't make that pass work, so as a result, they will not be able to push their new lead to a field goal. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers and Jalen Warren headed back out there offensively. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond. Right here. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set 1st and 10. From the gun, it gives to Gainwell. And a nice start here on 1st down. He gets him 6 before the stop is made.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Again, this is Gainwell. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's a middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
He's back to throw. This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Staying between the tackles with Gainwell. And he will be stopped now, but a lot to like about that effort.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a 1st down, that's a bonus.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Rodgers here off the play action. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
On 2nd and 10 now, Rodgers. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Looking out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So 2nd down coming up.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Play action with Rodgers. Caught by the open man. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 4th quarter lead. Roman Wilson, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So as we expected, they're lining up to go for 2 here and a 7-point advantage. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game. So as we expected, they're lining up to go for two here and a 7-point advantage. They'll try it on the ground. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails.
Eagles 34. First Boswell, the kickoff.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Has it at the 11. Huge effort sets up his offense in a great spot on the opposite side of the field.
10 times, Kate. The kickoff's been brought back for a touchdown in the greatest game of the year 10 times, and for a moment, I think we all thought we were watching number 11. That certainly was a Super Bowl moment and a great return, even if it didn't reach the end zone.
On first down, Hurts. Forced out to his right. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And now it's second down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Throwing here, Hurts. And the Steelers get home. They drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Okay, that was so good, really, on two levels there defensively. Number one, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, and in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
And they're going to spike this one. No, wait, no, they're not spiking it. They're going to throw. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Now, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
Well, simply put, Brock, they absolutely need to have the conversion here on fourth down. Desperation time here. Throw caught by his running back. And he's going to go down well short of where they needed him to get to. That decision to go for it on fourth does not pay off. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Well, still throwing, and this is intercepted! And the Eagles have some new life in the fourth!
I'm not going to lie, when he dropped back to pass, I was surprised they were willing to put it in the air. But how about this defense? They weren't surprised, and now they give their offense a chance to go win it.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's first and 10. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. He gets a 9 on the ground. A good pickup ahead of second down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and inches at the 8-yard line.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a first and goal.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's good for the Eagles. First down.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. He's dropped a big stop in a big moment there, Brock. He could not afford to lose yards there.
A loss of 3. Brings up second.
The Eagles decide to spend their third and final timeout as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Barkley trying this up the gut. And the defense holds, Brock. They catch him at the 4. He only gets back to that line of scrimmage.
No gain in the play. Brings up
Gets it again. And he will score and give them the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
The extra point wouldn't do much for them, so they're going to go for two and try to make this a field goal game. They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Getting another shot at two here. Back to throw. And he's into the end zone, so that turns out to be a very smart risk. They've got the lead in this fourth quarter. Well, the penalty did not deter them. They go from 7 yards out and still convert for two.
And you know what it was about, Kate? Do you know what that was about?
I don't.
It was about execution. It wasn't about, oh, I got more of the playbook opened up because I got a penalty. No, give me that play from the 3 because you have more run-pass options. You set yourself back. It means heightened execution. That's what got them the two-point conversion.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. He's got the squibber. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. They've got first down from the 31. He'll look to throw it. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Setting up to pass. Down the field, he's got Wilson. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now.
26, Eagles 42.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And that is a rough one, Brock. It came down well short of that 20-yard line minimum he needed, so this drive going to begin from the 40-yard line instead. And they'll have great field position, Brock, after the unforced error on the kickoff. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Here he is to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ballgame. Big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. Another try following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
One final shot here. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. This one misses the tight end. And that brings up 4th and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.